Hey everybody, Dickie the Dude here. Today we're going to have a tutorial on how to go over the chicken cooker and cow crusher that I created in this week's Elder Forge, episode 4. As you can see, they are based on standard builds for both of these contraptions. However, that switch in the back on the chicken cooker is a little bit different, and I also have a breeding option for the cow crusher. So let's start with the chicken cooker. First, place a solid block down with a dispenser on top. Then we're going to place a slab right on the lower portion of that dispenser. Chest with a hopper in the back right beneath that slab. Another hopper attached to the back of the dispenser. A temporary block up on top of that hopper with a piece of glass in front of it. It should be on top of the dispenser. And then we're going to do double stacked trapdoors attached to this slab. It should look like this by the time you've closed all those doors. And then we're going to do a single stack, wrapping this whole temp block with trapdoors. If you want to be able to jump up on the back, open those up, jump up on top, attach that trapdoor, break the temporary block, and place your lava in the front chamber here. Close those on up, and then we're going to add the switch, an observer facing back, and then front, but separated by a space, so the sticky piston can go here with a lever on it, and we'll be able to use that to turn the machine on and off rather than constantly ticking. Then if you want to get those chickens up in there, build a little staircase like this, grab a lead, and bring them on up. Now you're going to notice it's a little bit difficult if you haven't created some sort of a border. That chicken keeps wanting to fall off to the side. So let's go ahead and wrap this around. Just like the top of my chicken cooker in Elder Forge episode 4 is, having built the chicken cooker beneath my chicken pen. If you'd rather not mess with bringing the chickens up manually, you can just throw a bunch of eggs in, and occasionally some of these will spawn. If you go too rapid fire, it can push them out, as you're seeing some of them jump out like that, so slow your pace down. But once it's all filled up, you're good to go. Alright, on to the cow crusher. First, we're going to do a 3x4 border, and we're going to bring it out to the front like that. 2 chests in the front, and 2 hoppers attached to the back. Then we'll wrap that with one more layer. The next layer up is going to have one side and the back, and then the other side going to be comprised of this dispenser and this observer faced out. Then we're going to place a sign above each of these hoppers. 2 pieces of glass, followed by another 2 pieces of glass. Then we're going to build up one more layer. And after you wrap that around these 3 sides, we're going to seal the front off. Place 2 signs in the back, just above that layer that has the dispenser. Then we're going to place 2 more pieces of glass in the front. Wrap one more layer around. Place 2 more oak signs, or whichever type of wood sign you're using. And then we're going to make a little balcony off the front. That's going to be where our redstone door is for the breeder. Then we're going to wrap this wall around to the back, extending it off the backside of the platform, making us a 2x6 basin, so this top platform will be 4x10 with the 2 rows of blocks in the front. Then we're going to cover the top of our chamber with 1 row of blocks, creating a small 1 tall opening. That's for the calves to fit through. Then come to the front, open it back up. We're going to put 2 traps, so that way they close that opening off. 2 more signs, that'll keep the water from falling any further. Seal our front back up. Open up to the left of that line, so we can place redstone with a lever, and that will control our trapdoors. That will make it so we can trap the babies up top while we're breeding them, and they won't drop down. Then let's go ahead and seal off the redstone that we have up top. Nobody needs to see your redstone. Then we're going to wall off this platform in the back. It looks like I went a little too far with these extensions here, and that back is actually a little too big. So we're going to go ahead and break that off and make this into a 2x4 basin. Now you're going to splash water into the back so it flows to the front, one on either side. Button on the observer up front with a bucket of lava in the back, and this is our trigger to have a temporary burst of lava burn up all of our fully grown cattle when they're down in that chamber. Then go ahead and get some cows up top. In survival, you do it like we did with the chickens, bring them up the side with the lead and a little staircase. Get a few in here, and then pop some fences right over the top. It'll push them down so they're not bobbing up too far. And then we can feed the cows, start building up that population, and I'd recommend getting them to probably around 50 to 100 cattle. Then after you've fed a few, you pull that lever, they'll drop down, they'll grow up eventually, push the button, and you've got a very eerie scene. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, but guess what? We get lots of leather, we get lots of cooked beef. It's great. It's fantastic to have in the beginning of your survival world. You're going to need that leather for books, for armor, for all sorts of things. And that meat, it's the best meat you can get in the game. Why not? Why not get it? The chickens, they're going to just give you all the feathers you need for all the arrows to take out those witches and those skeletons. Till next time, this is Dickie the Dude. I appreciate all of the likes and subscriptions. Take care. Peace out.